In today's world, where we face constant and ever-changing challenges, Stoic philosophy emerges as a timeless guide to finding serenity and wisdom amidst the chaos. In this video, we will explore the profound teachings of three great Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. If it's your first time here, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications. This way, you'll be supporting the creation of valuable content like this. Each of these thinkers offers a unique perspective on how to face life with courage, acceptance, and self-discipline. Their reflections have stood the test of time and continue to inspire generations, providing practical insights to navigate daily challenges, cultivate mental strength, and live a fulfilling life. Stay with us until the end and get ready to dive into some of the most powerful and revealing quotes from Stoic philosophy. We will discover how these timeless teachings can illuminate our path in the pursuit of truth, virtue, and inner peace. Let's begin this Stoic journey together. Inwardly, everything should be different, but our outward faith should conform with the crowd. The real revolution is internal. You don't need to broadcast every transformation. Sometimes peace is found in stillness and discretion. Stay grounded in your truth, even if the world sees only your surface. Silence protects what is sacred. Anyone who can make you angry becomes your master. When someone can provoke you, they own a part of you. Every time you react without thought, you surrender control. Mastery isn't silence. It's choosing your response and never giving your peace away for free. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Calmness is clarity. A still mind sees without distortion. When you stop resisting what is and begin seeing life as it really is, unfiltered, unromanticized, you begin to move through the world with quiet strength. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Waking up is not routine, it's a miracle. Don't begin the day with burden. Begin with gratitude, the chance to feel, to reflect, to love again. It's not small, it's everything. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The world will never be fully within your control, but your mind can be. That's where true power lies. Not in changing circumstances, but in shaping the way you meet them. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Worry is borrowed pain. You live through the same hardship twice, once in fear, once in reality. Learn to stand in the present and let tomorrow speak for itself. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Let the storms come, they do not need to enter you. Real strength is not resistance, but steadiness. The world may rage, but you can still remain unmoved. Nature hath given men one tongue but two ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. Wisdom enters through silence. The more you speak, the less you hear. The more you listen, the more you understand. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Time is your most precious resource. You guard your money, your home, yet you give your hours to distractions without a second thought. Protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Don't wait to begin. Treat today as its own existence, a full story with a beginning and an end. If you lived each day as if it were your only one, you'd waste much less of it. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, What you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Geography doesn't solve your problems. You carry yourself everywhere you go. If you want peace, change what's within, not just what's around. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. Abundance clouds judgment. You don't know what you can live without until you try. Simplicity often brings a freedom that excess can never offer. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Without clear direction, movement is wasted. Set your course before you chase momentum. Otherwise, you're not progressing, you're drifting. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. We betray our own judgment for the approval of strangers. You know yourself better than they ever will, so why let their opinion define your worth? Here is a rule to remember in future, when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not, "This is misfortune," but, "To bear this worthily is good fortune." Life doesn't ask for perfection, only dignity. Misfortune tests you, but your response can turn it into something noble. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Self-mastery is the highest form of power. Until you command your thoughts, emotions, and impulses, you will always be a servant to something else. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Character isn't found in debate, it's found in action. Be the example. Don't explain it. Live it. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your thoughts shape your inner world. A mind that dwells on fear, comparison, or resentment becomes polluted by them. But when you choose to focus on what's honest, clear, and meaningful, your entire perception of life is elevated. Thought is not passive, it's creation in motion. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Integrity doesn't need to be explained. It's built in silence, in the decisions no one sees. Doing the right thing is not about consequences. It's about staying loyal to the kind of person you want to be. Truth, when spoken simply, becomes a compass for everything else. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Events are neutral. It's your interpretation and response that give them weight. Some bend under pressure, others rise. The difference lies not in the experience, but in the strength of the one who meets it. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Much of what we accept as truth is merely filtered perception. To become wise is to doubt what appears obvious and to understand that every judgment carries bias. The less you cling to certainty, the clearer you see. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Fortune is rarely random. It finds those who have done the silent work in the shadows. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. What others call luck is often the result of quiet persistence meeting a window of time. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Poverty of the soul begins with endless wanting. You can have much and still feel empty if your mind is always reaching for more. True wealth is knowing when enough is enough. Death smiles at us all we can do is smile back. Mortality is not a threat, it's a truth. When you accept that life is brief, your actions sharpen, your days grow vivid. Smiling back means living without fear, knowing this moment is all you ever truly own. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. You lose yourself when your peace depends on what you can't influence. Fame, approval, outcomes, these shift like sand. Anchor yourself in your own actions and judgments, not in what lies beyond your reach. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. What you honor reveals who you are. If you chase the superficial, you become hollow. But if you value courage, discipline, or truth, your life will quietly reflect that depth. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Growth is often awkward. To learn, you must be willing to be wrong, to look clumsy, to be underestimated. The wise are not afraid to begin again, even when others watch with ridicule. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. Rage feels like power, but it weakens you. The wound may heal, but the reaction lingers. Anger turns a single moment of pain into a prolonged, self-inflicted injury. Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears. Most pain comes not from what's done to us, but from how tightly we hold it. Let go of the story that says you were wronged, and you may find peace was always within reach. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant dragged. Life unfolds whether you welcome it or resist it. You can fight every change, or flow with it and adapt. Those who accept life's rhythm suffer less, not because they are passive, but because they understand when to surrender. What we do now echoes in eternity. Every action leaves a trace. Even when no one notices, your choices shape the future, for yourself, for others, sometimes for generations. What you build today becomes someone else's foundation tomorrow. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. Live in such a way that if the day ends permanently, you feel complete. Don't wait for a perfect tomorrow. Finish today as if it were enough, and you'll never fear what's next. It's time you realized that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. You are not your circumstances. Beneath the noise and chaos is a still center, capable of choosing, thinking, and enduring. Return to that center, and you will no longer be moved by every pull of the world. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Riches are not found in accumulation, but in contentment. The less you crave, the freer you become. A person who desires little is immune to loss because they already possess peace. True wealth is not about having more, it's about needing less. Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words. Speech should serve truth, not noise. Most talk exists to fill silence, not to add meaning. A quiet voice, used wisely, carries more weight than a loud one speaking without purpose. Say less, and say it with care. All cruelty springs from weakness. Harmful people are often wounded people. Cruelty masks fear, insecurity, and a lack of self-control. Strength does not need to dominate, it protects. When you see cruelty, don't admire it. See it for what it is, fragile strength dressed in aggression. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Excellence is born in difficulty. Easy paths may offer comfort, but they never offer transformation. What shapes character is not the destination, but the terrain you cross to reach it. The climb builds the soul. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Act with presence, speak with care. Treat this moment as if it were final, not in fear, but in focus. If every choice was your legacy, would you still make it? Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. We live as if tomorrow is promised, but uncertainty is always near. Let this truth humble you, not into fear, but into urgency, into appreciation. Today is not just another day, it could be everything. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Words are easy. Living what you believe, that's the true test. Don't declare your values, display them in silence. Conviction is shown in action, not argument. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Your struggle is not a measure of what's possible. Others may rise where you fall, and you too may rise tomorrow where you stumble today. Difficulty is not a verdict, it's only a sign that growth is happening. Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. The one who is ruled by desire is never free. Craving enslaves the heart. But when you no longer need everything to go your way, you begin to move with quiet strength. Desire surrendered becomes peace gained. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Hardship is not the cause of weakness, it's the mirror that shows it. Under pressure, your true self is exposed. Don't fear that revelation. Use it to refine who you are. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Dying is not the tragedy. A life unlived is. Fear, comfort that numbs your spirit more than endings. Fear, a soul that never dared to burn. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Your environment is a silent sculptor of your character. Be near those who remind you of who you could become, not those who keep you where you were. Humans have come into being for the sake of each other, so either teach them or learn to bear them. People are your responsibility, not your obstacle. Either guide them with patience or accept them with wisdom. Complaining changes no one. Action or acceptance must take its place. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise it cannot harm you, inside or out. Misfortune touches the external, but only your consent allows it to damage your soul. Guard your character and nothing can truly destroy you. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. No possession or success can outweigh a restless mind. What you feed your thoughts, you feed your life. Think clearly, kindly and with purpose, and happiness begins to follow. Mastery of reading and writing requires a master. Still more so life. Even life demands apprenticeship. Don't expect wisdom without humility. Find those ahead of you in strength and clarity, and learn. Living well is a craft, not a chance. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Time slips faster when we refuse to be where we are. The past holds wisdom, the present holds power, and the future holds nothing but possibility. When we ignore all three, life feels rushed and hollow. Peace begins with full attention. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Hold others with compassion, but yourself with discipline. Expect less from the world and more from your own conduct. This is not self-punishment, it's self-respect. Lead by quiet example, not judgment. Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you do not, the sun will soon set, and you with it. There is an urgency to joy that many ignore. Life doesn't wait. Let beauty in. Let the world reach you. If you shield your soul too long, you will miss the very thing you came here to feel. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When you respond with cruelty, you become the very thing you resented. The highest form of strength is to rise above the offense, not to return it, but to outgrow it. Leave their actions behind by refusing to mirror them. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Breathing, rising, continuing, these are victories. In times of loss, grief, or confusion, simply staying present is a defiant act. Don't diminish survival. It is, in itself, a form of strength. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. We complain of lack, but squander what we have. Time is not short, but unfocused. If you treated each day like a treasure, your life would feel longer, because it would be fuller. Whatever happens at all, happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. Life follows a hidden order. What feels random is often purposeful, only seen in hindsight. Pay attention to patterns. Meaning lives just beneath the surface. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The external matters less than the lens through which you see it. Bitterness or beauty, both are rooted in how you choose to think. The mind builds the world long before the hands do. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? What sparks your rage is often small. What follows it, regret, division, destruction, is far heavier. The trigger is nothing compared to the damage of an ungoverned reaction. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. Fear of dying keeps you from living. Courage is not the absence of death, but the refusal to let it stop you from acting, speaking, building. Live in a way that makes death an afterthought. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. The present is the only place life happens. The past is memory, the future imagination. If you miss now, you miss everything. This moment is your only real possession. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Improvement is slow, quiet, and repetitive. There are no shortcuts. If you want to grow, plant something every day. Discipline, insight, humility. What you tend regularly becomes who you are. In banquets, remember that you entertain two guests, body and soul, and whatever you shall have given to the body you soon eject. But what you shall have given to the soul you keep always. Pleasure fades. Nourishment of the spirit lasts. Feed your soul through what you read, reflect, create, and offer. What touches your inner life is the only thing that remains when the feast is over. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Desire is endless, and chasing it often leads to restlessness, not fulfillment. You may not be able to control what comes into your life, but you can control how you meet it. Gratitude transforms limitation into abundance. Master your wants, and you master your world. If what you have seems insufficient to you, then though you possess the world, you will yet be miserable. Discontent is not cured by more. It is a hunger that grows with every feeding. Until you learn to see what you have as enough, nothing you gain will satisfy you. Misery begins where appreciation ends. He is the most powerful who has power over himself. Real strength isn't the ability to control others. It's the ability to control your impulses, reactions, and thoughts. Discipline over the self is what allows you to navigate life with clarity and direction, while others are pulled by emotion and circumstance. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The mind grows through challenge just as muscle grows through strain. Struggle isn't a detour, it's the method. Each hardship is a lesson in resilience, shaping you into someone more capable than you were before. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Length means little without depth. A short life filled with courage, honesty, and purpose holds more weight than a long one spent merely drifting. What matters most is how you fill the time, not how much you are given. Life, if well lived, is long enough. You don't need more years, you need more presence. A single day lived with intention can outweigh a year spent in distraction. When each moment is used well, life expands beyond its measure. The best answer to anger is silence, agreed, but nature set a limit on that, as it did on eating and drinking. Silence is powerful, but not endless. Like all things, it must be balanced. There is a time to hold your tongue and a time to speak with clarity and calm. Wisdom is knowing when one becomes more harmful than the other. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Peace is not found in escape, but in turning inward. The soul, when ordered and examined, becomes a refuge from chaos. Cultivate that space and return to it often. It is the only shelter that follows you wherever you go. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. Mercy is strength. Whether it is humility toward the powerful or compassion for the weak, to spare another is to preserve yourself. Responding with grace protects your character and prevents harm from spreading. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are part of the path. What you face becomes what you learn from. Growth does not occur in spite of difficulty, but because of it. Let the struggle shape you forward. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. Healing begins with willingness. Even the faintest desire for wholeness is a step toward it. The mind and body listen to intent. Wanting to change is the seed of transformation. Receive without conceit, release without struggle. What comes to you is not proof of superiority. What leaves you is not a loss of worth. Humility in gain and peace in loss, that is equanimity. Learn to hold all things lightly, and nothing will shake you too deeply. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. True growth is slow. Nothing meaningful appears fully formed. Patience is not weakness, it is a necessary ingredient of greatness. The work done in quiet, unseen stages is what makes the final fruit possible. If you rush it, you ruin it. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The mind can create pain that the world never delivers. Fear, worry, and doubt often come from what might happen, not what has happened. Learn to challenge your own thoughts before you let them lead you into unnecessary anguish. No man can escape his destiny, the next inquiry being how he may best live the time that he has to live. Fate is not always yours to choose, but how you meet it is. Instead of resisting what you cannot control, focus on living your days with clarity, purpose, and integrity. The question is not whether you escape your end, but whether you live before it arrives. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. You don't own tomorrow. Stop waiting for permission to begin. Joy, action, and peace are all available now, but only if you claim them in the present. The uncertain future should not delay certain choices. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Something must fall away for something new to emerge. Don't cling to endings as losses, they are also transitions. Let go with gratitude so you can step into what's next without looking back. We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. Pain is often rooted in interpretation. What you label as injustice or tragedy, someone else may see as challenge or transformation. Your perspective shapes your emotional world more than the event itself ever could. It is our attitude toward events, not events themselves, which we can control. Nothing is by its own nature calamitous. Even death is terrible, only if we fear it. Reality is neutral. Meaning is what you bring to it. Even the heaviest moments lose their weight when you meet them with courage and acceptance. Fear magnifies suffering. Courage softens it. If evil be said of thee, and if it be true, correct thyself. If it is a lie, laugh at it. Criticism is either a mirror or a mask. If it reflects truth, use it to improve. If it distorts, let it pass without bitterness. Your peace should not be at the mercy of slander, especially when it comes from ignorance. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations, no matter what is going on around you. Stay rooted in your highest values. The world will pull you in many directions, but your inner compass must remain steady. What others chase is their path. Yours should remain aligned with what nourishes your soul. No man is free who is not a master of himself. Without self-control, you are ruled by every impulse and emotion. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is doing what is right, even when it's hard. Mastery over self is the foundation of all other power. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Happiness is not found in more, it's found in seeing differently. A shift in mindset changes everything. If you learn to want less, appreciate more, and think clearly, you will find you already have what you were chasing. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. Nature teaches simplicity and balance. Conformity teaches dependence and fear. If you let the crowd shape your desires, you will always feel behind. But if you return to what is essential, you will live richly, no matter what you own. Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Not everything deserves your attention. Many things that disturb you have no real weight. Let trivial things pass through you like wind through an open window. Indifference, when practiced wisely, is not coldness, it's clarity. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Peace lives close by. It is not hidden in wealth, status, or distant dreams, but in your ability to accept what is. The wise do not chase endlessly. They see abundance in simplicity. You are already holding more than enough. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. The weight of your life is often doubled by thought. What's real can usually be faced. What's imagined is harder because it lives everywhere at once. The key is to stay grounded in what's actually happening, not in what your mind invents around it. Small-minded people blame others. Average people blame themselves. The wise see all blame as foolishness. Blame keeps you stuck. Whether outward or inward, it's still a way of refusing to grow. The wise move past blame into understanding. They seek the cause, learn the lesson, and then act. Progress begins when blame ends. Respect the past. Be open to the future. The past holds your roots, but not your fate. Learn from it with gratitude, then release it. Face the future without fear, knowing it is only a canvas, and you are the one holding the brush. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. It is not time that betrays you, it is your own distraction. Every day contains enough for growth, peace, love, and meaning. But too often, you give those hours to things that leave nothing behind. Life is long enough, if lived with intention. Stay calm and serene regardless of what life throws at you. Calmness is not detachment, it is control. When chaos rises, serenity becomes your anchor. The storm does not choose who you become. That choice is always yours. If you enjoyed our video, give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. That way, YouTube will know this kind of content helps people like you, and we'll be able to keep creating more videos like this in the future.